It's that time of year. The orange hoodie is out. It is autumn. Feeling the vibes. Been going out, trying to take as many photos as I can. And yeah, completely off topic, Ted. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well and having a great day so far. Today we're going to be doing a quick After Effects tutorial. Now don't click off the video because I know exactly how you're feeling right now that I've said After Effects, and I used to be exactly the same. So scared of the app, never even used to look at that little AE button at the bottom of the screen. I'm like, what is this madness? But when you learn what you need to learn for the things that you need in After Effects, it's actually not that bad of an app, and you'll realise that it's actually super helpful. So the tutorial we're going to be doing today is a title animation. Now, when I learned how to do this, I was like, yeah, I'm a professional, I'm proper good. But this is when I was just starting out. So much more you can do with it, but this is just a nice simple one that literally elevates your video from looking like this and just makes it look way more professional, sleek and nice on the eye with no harsh titles coming into your face, and make it look a bit more like this. So without further ado, before I start talking for hours on end like I normally do, let's jump straight into After Effects. Crack on with the tutorial. Okay, so when you're in After Effects, the first thing you want to do is obviously have your clip ready to go that you want to put your title on. My clip is, as you saw in my demonstration earlier, just a clip of my drone flying across a lake by some mountains in Snowdonia. Then what you want to do once you've got this clip ready is set your title. So I've got my title ready. Standard, nice font that flows really well, looks handwritten. They're the best kind of font for this because you can't really have like block capitals with a handwritten title because it just doesn't fit together. So a nice handwritten sort of style always works really well for this. You've got your title, you've got your font. Next thing you want to do is go over to align and then center it up. So once it's nice and centered, we can clip it down. So what you want to do is you want to find out where you want the title to start. So as you can see, my camera on my drone pans up and I want it to start just after the camera levels out. So now I'm going to select my track, Command Shift D, that'll trim it. And then we're going to do the same thing, say here. That trims your title down nicely. So now onto the animation. So you want to select your track, hit G, which will bring up the pen tool. Then what you want to do is zoom in a bit, so you've got a nice clear view of the text. Once you've zoomed in, what you want to do is just start putting points around all the letters. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can do point to point with curves, so it flows around the letters nicer. That always looks better for the final animation, but it can be quite hard to get it all to match properly. So if you don't fancy spending ages trying to get all the curves right, you can literally just put point around all the letters in a curved order, and that works as well. So you start putting a few points on, get the curves going, make sure everything is as centered to the middle of each letter as you can. And then what you can do is, because we're going to put an effect over the top to be able to make the animation, but what I do is I put the effect on first so I can make sure that I've got every single part of the letter covered by the mask that I create with the pen. So what you're going to do is go over to the effects, type in stroke, find generate stroke and drag that on top of the clip. Now as you can see, if I take up the brush size, it takes up the brush size. What I normally do is just change it to a colour that's going to stand out really well. We can take that brush size up, and as you can see, I'm pretty much getting there with this. Now this is a bit of an awkward font because as you can see here and here, it's a different size. So you've obviously got to cater the size of the brush to the size of what part, like the biggest part of the font, which can prove a bit difficult sometimes because when it comes to other bits, it overlaps and doesn't look completely neat. But I'm just making a video, so we don't need it to be perfect. So now I'm just gonna speed it up and carry on putting my pen points down. Right, so you've got all your points on your letters now. So zoom back out. You've made sure that everything is lined up, everything's covered, blah, blah, blah. Now, what you want to do is you want to go to the start of where you have your title coming in, hit the keyframe marker for end, and then instead of having 100, put 0. Then you want to go to the point in the animation where you want the title to have finished doing its little thing. So usually for a word, you want to kind of have it like a similar sort of amount of time that it takes someone to write it. So a couple of seconds really. So we'll go, yeah, about 1.5 seconds there. And then you want to go back up to your keyframe up here and change that to 100. Then this is a key thing to make it actually work properly. Go down to paint style, reveal original image, then click off it. And as you can see here, if I scrub through, it's a bit jittery because, you know, Apple and Adobe software doesn't work very well. But that's going to be okay. I might make it a little bit longer so it takes a little bit longer to appear. But then select your title track, hit U on your keyboard. That'll bring up your little keyframe markers. Select both and then hit F9. This makes it an easy ease keyframe, which just makes it a little bit more smooth. Then I'm going to click off them and I'm just going to drag this second one a little bit further out just so it takes a little bit longer to appear. And then we are all good to go. Export it, chuck it into your clip, and you'll have something that looks like this. So as you can see guys, like I said, it's really not that hard to do basic animations in After Effects. When you get into the bigger stuff, it's like, okay, maybe not. Maybe I need to spend a little bit more time learning the ins and outs of the app. But for stuff like this, so easy, doesn't take long at all. As you can see, that literally took me 5 minutes to do. But yeah, I hope you found some use in this video. And if you did, then do be sure to like, comment and subscribe because I'd love to have you join the community. And there's plenty more tutorials coming. After Effects, Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, you name it, it's all coming. So I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.